Ladies, if you're over 60 and still wearing a bra every day, this video might change your life. Doctors are finally speaking up about what your body has likely been trying to tell you for years. There are 12 signs that wearing a bra is actually doing you more harm than good. Some are subtle, others could be seriously affecting your health, posture, or even how you breathe. So before you put on another underwire, watch this all the way to the end. Trust me, your body might be begging you to let go, and you don't even know it. While you're here, tap that like button, comment "Free the chest" if you've ever ditched the bra, and subscribe for more honest advice no one else is telling women our age. Let's begin. 1. Deep shoulder grooves that never go away. Let's talk about those stubborn shoulder dents. You know, the ones, the permanent little trenches etched into our skin from years, maybe even decades, of bra straps digging into the same spot. Some of us have had those grooves since our 40s and just brush them off as normal. But guess what? Doctors say they're not. Those marks are actually your body's way of waving a red flag. They can signal something called bra strap neuropathy, which is a fancy term for nerve compression caused by prolonged pressure. When those nerves get pinched, you might experience tingling down your arms, numbness, or even strange aching sensations in your fingers and hands. Sound familiar? I remember sitting at dinner with a group of old girlfriends last year, and we were all rubbing our shoulders like we'd done a full day of heavy lifting. Not one of us had touched a dumbbell, just wearing bras that were too tight for too long. And the worst part, most of us didn't even realize the pain was connected to the straps. It's not just about discomfort. When your shoulders are carrying the full weight of your chest day in and day out, especially as your breast tissue changes with age, it's a setup for poor circulation, pinched nerves, and even long-term muscle strain. If your shoulders have grooves you could fit a coin in, it's time to seriously consider whether that bra is worth the damage it's quietly causing. 2. Your back feels better without it. There's no better feeling than that moment at the end of the day, when you finally unhook your bra. You know what I'm talking about. It's like your whole spine exhales. You stand up a little straighter, breathe a little deeper, and suddenly realized just how tight your back had become. For years, I blamed my backaches on the usual suspects: old age, bad posture, maybe a soft mattress. But one day, I went 3 full days without a bra because I was homesick with the flu. And you know what happened? My back pain almost disappeared. Turns out many bras, especially those built for support, can actually throw off the natural alignment of your spine. They pull your shoulders forward, compress your thoracic region, and force your back muscles to overcompensate in awkward ways. One chiropractor even told me that bras with tight bands act like a belt around your upper torso, locking up the middle of your back and forcing your lower back to overwork. No wonder so many older women deal with chronic lumbar pain without ever suspecting their undergarments. So if you feel noticeably better when you're not wearing a bra, believe your body. It's not a fluke. It's relief from a restriction you've been living under for far too long. 3. Restricted breathing that you don't even notice. Breathing is one of those things we take for granted until we realize we've been doing it wrong. And for many older women, that wrong way is shallow, chest-level breathing caused by tight bras. Let me paint the picture. You put on your favorite full-coverage bra in the morning. It hugs snug around your ribs, just the way it always has. Feels secure, right? But what it's actually doing is binding your rib cage and restricting your diaphragm's ability to expand. The result? You start breathing higher up in your chest instead of deep into your belly. You might find yourself sighing a lot, taking deep inhales during the day, without realizing why. That's your body trying to catch up on the oxygen it's not getting. And as we age, reduced lung capacity is no small thing. It's tied to fatigue, poor circulation, even brain fog. I didn't put the puzzle together until I started doing gentle yoga again at 68. the instructor told us to breathe into our belly, and I realized I couldn't. Not fully. And it hit me. I was still wearing my bra under my yoga shirt. The moment I took it off, I felt like my lungs could finally stretch. If you feel like you're always short of breath for no obvious reason, your bra might be to blame. And the worst part, most women don't even notice how much it's holding them back until they take it off and start to breathe like nature intended. For you've developed skin rashes or redness under the band. Ladies, our skin changes as we get older. It gets thinner, more fragile, and a whole lot more sensitive. So when I started noticing little patches of redness under my bra line, I assumed it was a detergent reaction. Switched soaps, but cotton-only bras. Still no luck. Turns out, what I was dealing with was a mild form of intertrigo, a fancy word for a rash that develops from heat, moisture, and friction, usually under skin folds or where tight clothing traps sweat. And you know what? Bras, especially underwires and padded ones, create the perfect environment for that kind of thing. They trap heat, they absorb sweat, and if you have larger breasts or looser skin, the band sits right in the crease where moisture loves to collect. What starts as a little redness can quickly become itching, burning, or even a fungal infection. And let me tell you, once you get a fungal rash under your breasts, it takes weeks to heal. One doctor told me she sees more of these in older women than in any other age group, especially those who wear tight-fitting bras all day. So if you've noticed any irritation, flaking, or dark red skin under your bust, your bra could be the hidden culprit. Sometimes the best medicine isn't a cream, it's letting the skin breathe. 5. You've lost weight, but your bra still feels tight. Here's one that puzzled me for a long time. A few years ago, I dropped nearly 10 pounds, mostly through walking smaller portions and saying no to that second glass of wine. But oddly enough, my bras started to feel tighter, not looser. How does that make sense? Well, as we age, weight loss doesn't happen evenly. You might slim down in your arms, legs, or face, but your rib cage and back muscles may stay the same or even shift due to postural changes. And if your bra was already snug, now it's pinching in all the wrong places. Even worse, many women don't realize their bodies have changed, and they keep wearing the same size out of habit. That old 36C you wore at 45 may not fit your 72-year-old frame anymore, even if the scale says you weigh the same. If your band feels tighter after losing weight, that's a sign that your natural rib flare, posture, or skin elasticity has shifted, and the bra isn't adapting with you. Instead of fighting your new shape, consider whether you even need the bra in the first place. 6. You sleep better without it. Sleep is sacred, especially in our golden years. So if there's something making it worse, and we don't even know it, that's a problem worth fixing. For years, I wore a soft bra to bed, thinking it helped with support. I'd heard old myths about sagging, and I believed it, but I also noticed I'd wake up feeling tight in the chest, or with little aches in my ribs. I never connected it to the bra until I spent a summer night too hot to wear one, and woke up feeling amazing. Why? Because our parasympathetic nervous system, the one that helps us rest, repair, and recover, functions best when the body isn't under pressure. A bra, no matter how soft, is still a constant source of light compression on your chest, back, and shoulders. Doctors have found that sleeping with any tight garment can reduce melatonin, increase stress hormones, and make it harder for your body to regulate temperature. No wonder I was tossing and turning. Now, I sleep braless, and not just for comfort. I do it for my health, my nerves, my circulation, and yes, my sleep quality. If you're not sleeping soundly and you wear a bra to bed, even a cozy one, it might be time to set the girls free at night. 7. Your lymph nodes are always tender. This one is serious. You ever notice that the area right under your arms, or even along the side of your chest, feels tender or slightly swollen, even when you're not sick? It's not always something major, but it's definitely something worth paying attention to. You see, our bodies rely on the lymphatic system to remove waste, toxins, and excess fluid. And many of the major lymph nodes sit right beneath the underarm and around the chest, exactly where your bras band and underwire like to squeeze the most. When your lymph flow is restricted, your body can't cleanse itself as efficiently. That means more swelling, puffiness, and a compromised immune response. Some doctors believe that tight bras can actually contribute to lymphatic congestion, which over time may affect your overall health more than you realize. I remember asking my doctor about a persistent tenderness I had on the side of one breast. It wasn't a lump, it felt more like inflammation. She asked what kind of bra I wore. I told her, full coverage, underwire, snug fit. She just raised her eyebrow and said, try a few weeks without it and see what changes. And sure enough, the swelling went down. If you notice those sore little spots that keep showing up under your arms or along your bra line, especially after a long day, your body might be telling you the bra is getting in the way of healing. 8. You're getting more migraines or tension headaches. Now, this one surprised me too. I'd always assumed my headaches were just from dehydration or screen time, but it turns out tension headaches can actually originate from your bra. Let me explain. When bra straps are too tight, or even just sitting on the same part of your shoulders for hours, they put constant pressure on the trapezius muscles. Those are the big muscles that run from your neck down to your upper back. And when they're tight, guess what? They pull on the base of your skull. This can lead to tension-type headaches, neck stiffness, and even migraines, especially if your posture is off, which, let's be honest, whose isn't these days? I remember visiting a massage therapist who said, you have so much built-up tension here, right where your bra sits. Try going without it for a while. And once I did, my headaches decreased noticeably. If your head feels heavy or foggy by late afternoon, and especially if you wear your bra all day, every day, it might not be in your head, it might be on your shoulders. 9. You have a desk job or sit for hours at a time. Let's talk lifestyle. If you're like me and like a lot of retired women today, you still spend quite a bit of time sitting, whether it's knitting, reading, working on the computer, or even just watching TV. We're not always up and moving the way we used to. Now, here's where the bra makes things worse. When you sit, especially for long periods, your body naturally compresses at the waist and chest. Add a tight bra band into that mix, and you're basically cinching your rib cage like a corset. This reduces circulation, digestion, and airflow. Doctors now say that sitting for hours in a tight bra can restrict movement of the diaphragm and compress the stomach, sometimes worsening acid reflux or indigestion. I used to get heartburn in the middle of the day and thought it was my lunch. But after a few days of going braless at home, it stopped happening. If your daily routine involves a lot of sitting, your body is already under postural stress. Throwing a tight bra on top just magnifies the tension. If there's ever a time to go braless, it's when you're sitting still for long stretches. 10. You've noticed more lumps or cysts in breast tissue. Now, this one can feel scary, but it's something many of us experience as we age. Benign breast lumps, cysts, or fibrocystic changes become more common after menopause. But did you know that wearing a tight bra all day might make it worse? When breast tissue doesn't get proper circulation or lymph drainage, fluid can build up and small lumps can form. They're usually harmless, but uncomfortable. Some women even report tenderness that feels like bruising, especially around the bra line. I had a small cyst show up during a routine checkup. The doctor wasn't alarmed, but she did ask about my daily habits. When I mentioned I wear a bra from sunup to sundown, even at home, she gently suggested I give my body some time to breathe. Sure enough, the tenderness faded, and that heavy, swollen feeling in my chest, gone. While there's no evidence that bras cause breast disease, there is growing awareness that restricted circulation can contribute to tissue congestion. If you've noticed more changes in your breast texture or pain that worsens at the end of the day, your bra may be the quiet culprit. 11. You have poor posture without realizing it. We all know posture tends to slip as we get older. Our shoulders round forward, our heads lean out, and before we know it, we're hunched over like our mothers used to be. But what most women don't realize is that bras can actually make it worse. How? Well, bras that promise lift and support often shift the center of gravity forward. Your chest gets propped up, but your back isn't strengthened to handle it. So your body compensates by hunching forward or tightening the lower back. It's a false sense of structure, kind of like a back brace you wear so often that your own muscles stop working. When I stopped wearing bras at home, I noticed I started holding myself taller, not slouching more. My chest relaxed, my shoulders naturally pulled back, and I began engaging my core more without even thinking about it. In fact, some physical therapists now encourage older women to ditch the bra at home to help retrain their posture muscles. If you've noticed more slouching lately, especially when you're sitting or walking, a bra may not be helping. It might actually be allowing your posture to get worse. 12. You just feel happier without one. Let's be honest for a moment. Sometimes the best reason is the simplest. You just feel better without it. You feel lighter. You feel freer. You breathe easier. And for some reason, your mood lifts just a bit when you let the girls roam naturally. There's something empowering about letting go of a habit you were taught to believe was proper or necessary your whole life. For decades, we were told bras were part of being a lady. But guess what? Being a lady also means knowing what your body needs and choosing comfort over convention.